John Wesley's questions to ask before spending. He says, in spending this money, am I acting as if I owned it, or am I acting as the Lord's trustee? Good question. And now this one. What scripture requires me to spend this money in this way? You go, well, requires me? I mean, you could even ask what scripture allows me, but he's saying, is there something that actually makes me in scripture that is prompting me, that even requires me to spend money this way? Third, can I offer up this purchase as a sacrifice to the Lord? 4, will God reward me for this expenditure at the resurrection of the just? Now, I look at this and I go, so, like when I go online and I'm ordering from Amazon, these are not the questions that come to my mind. And my point in saying it is not to legalistically, strictly adhere to the words of a guy who's just a man, but to say, is there anything more that I need to be contemplating before it pops into my mind, I could really use this, I quote, need this, meaning I really want this. One of the things I talk about in Managing God's Money, my medium-sized book on finances, and then Money, Possessions, and Eternity, my larger one is evaluating our expenditures and really asking ourselves, sometimes I think what we need to do is to, we're not plugged in.
Sorry.
Anyway, so let's move forward. Will God reward me for this expenditure at the resurrection of the just? Asceticism is one of the overreactions and I think imbalanced ways we can view money. Materialism is the other extreme, so we're more familiar with that. Asceticism is generally not a huge problem in our culture, but there are still people who think that way. Martin Luther said, if silver and gold are things evil in themselves, then those who keep away from them deserve to be praised. But if they are good creatures of God, which we can use both for the needs of our neighbor and for the glory of God, is not a person silly, yes, even unthankful to God, if he refrains from them as if they were evil? So don't think of things as evil. There is what I call in my heaven book Christoplatonism. It's like a Christian form of Platonism that believes that the immaterial is spiritual, the spirit world is good, but the physical world is bad, it's evil. Gold is evil, money is evil in and of itself, and that's not a biblical perspective. Yes, there is you cannot serve both God and money, and yes, mammon can be the idol, it can be the thing that we worship, but it doesn't have to be. Money is a good servant, but it's a horrible master.